I'm Jacob.
I'm Yuri.
And we're going for a drive.
...2018 Lincoln Navigator.
Reserve L.
Long?
Yeah, this thing is massive.
This thing is gigantic.
You're basically driving a building.
More like a boat.
This is a land yacht. Yuri, do you have your boating license?
I do.
So do I.
It's called a pleasure craft license here.
It is. This is kind of a pleasure craft.
Yeah, except for the brakes. It takes a lot to stop this thing.
The brakes are good, but this is a very big car.
Okay,
Truck, SUV, whatever you want to call it.
So number one competition for this is...
The Escalade.
Okay.
I think this looks better than the Escalade.
I think you think this looks better just because you see less of them.
No way. I
Yeah.
think this generally just looks better.
Subconsciously, that's why.
Don't tell me what my subconscious is thinking.
Yo, you're just a hipster.
You're the hipster. Let's get the most important things out of the way first. The visor test.
We already know it passed because we saw the sticker at the
Auto show! Boom!
Those are
Great job,
big
Lincoln.
visors.
They're huge. You could actually probably like sail a boat with those.
Okay, and then the other cool thing.
The box test?
Actually, so excited. It's like a tunnel down there. 21, 22, 23. I know what I'm replacing the Honda Element with. New champion. Overall. The new reigning champion with 23.
That was very impressive. And the Rex test.
Good boy, Rex. Good boy, buddy. I'll put this up. Now you're blocked in there. What a good boy.
So obviously the dog fits.
So what are the best parts of the Lincoln Navigator?
450 horsepower, twin turbo V6.
Is it fast?
It's fast for the size of this building.
Yeah, that's true.
It also has 510 pound-feet of torque. And because I'm a bit of a fanatic, those numbers are very familiar to me. Those are the Ford Raptor numbers.
No.
I'm pretty sure this is exactly from the Ford Raptor.
Think you can jump it?
Ford? No, I don't think so. This does have a 10-speed transmission. Very good, very smooth. I really like it. Just like in the Ford Raptor.
Everything about this car is smooth.
It is. But it does not have air suspension.
Oh.
It is adaptive, and I don't really notice the difference between the modes. There are a bunch, and the animations are really cool.
Yes.
I don't know why it's all planets and Earths and stuff, but I fully approve.
Because nobody's done it before. Nobody's done driving modes on planets. They hit it first. They own that now.
And the modes have crazy names like Excite, Conserve, Normal 4x4 Auto, Slippery, and Deep Conditions. Oh, and we also have Slow Climb.
That's the next level.
It is.
Whoever did that,
Great
10
job.
out of 10.
Yep, fully agree.
Hey, is that cliche corner?
Oh, it is actually.
Let's only take it once because it really doesn't matter in this car.
This is going to be the cliche corner regular driving handling test. And at a moderate speed, this is super comfortable. I don't want to take it any faster. I think it's completely fine at this pace. Just the right amount of handling for the size of this thing. I do have some complaints though, which we will get to. What's your favorite part?
This.
The center console?
The center console and dashboard area, the way the infotainment screen pops up.
But it doesn't actually move, which is great.
The way it sticks out there, the wood paneling they have.
It looks like real wood.
Whatever it is a better looking fake wood than the Nissan Pathfinder.
But also potentially real. I would hope that it's real in an SUV that costs this much. I'm pretty sure it's real.
This better not be real, or else they tricked me. The way this black thing comes out, and it's got that real chrome, and then your shifting buttons are chrome lined too, and they're black. I love every part of this.
Except the gloss black over here.
I love the gloss black. It doesn't bother me at all.
I think my favorite part of this whole area is the fact that this whole center thing is just separate and kind of floating.
It is soft touch against your knee.
I know, I love it.
Yeah, the floating part is very cool. Underneath you have a lot of storage as well. And I think the best part is 2 separate armrests.
Yeah, there's no fighting. I don't have to fight this guy over the armrest.
Yeah.
I'd win anyways. But
And if I was driving this car, I'm sure my fiance would somehow manage to take over my armrest too. Oh, I'm sorry.
It also does open up, and it's massive inside, and you got your CD DVD player in there.
We got screens in the back.
That's a over $2,000 option, which we will get to because I got complaints.
And then also with the front, the gauges.
They took a pure minimalist approach to everything in this.
It was classy minimalist.
It
Not
is.
like redneck fast minimalist.
No, there's nothing redneck about this thing. Everything's smooth. Only the numbers that you need to see light up when you need to see them. You don't need to see anything more than you need at the time.
It is a very cool approach on automobile gauges, and I really appreciate it.
It's very different. You can even minimize it even more if you remove the heads-up display. By the way, the heads-up display, I love it. It's massive. It's practically my whole windshield. It's huge.
Yes, and especially when there's brake warnings in front of you, happened to us while driving, the whole thing turns red and you cannot miss it as a driver.
No, it's very good, very safe.
Thanks to the clown who decided to do a U-turn in the middle of Gardner in his Mazda 3. But I mean, actually, thank you, because I got to experience the system, and as part of my job, I appreciate you.
That's right. And with the size of this, I also feel very safe on the road.
Yeah.
It has adaptive cruise and lane keep assist. The adaptive cruise works very well. The lane keep assist is terrible. I think it's the minimum amount of assist to be able to call it assist.
I would agree with you there. Steering wheel.
Love it.
It's very cool, very appropriate for a Lincoln.
Leather wrapped, and we even have wood on it.
Yeah, so that's why I think it's fake wood.
Oh.
Anyways, okay, this has a lot of chrome. The more I look at the steering wheel, it is appropriate here, and they use the right amount, and I have no issues with the amount of chrome here for once.
Everything is classy. I actually wish that they put just a touch more chrome
No,
on the
take that-
paddle shifters.
Oh, you want
No,
chrome?
look, just a bit, because they're plasticky.
Okay,
That's it.
okay.
That's it. Everything else perfect.
I will allow that statement coming out of your mouth.
This is very comfortable to drive. The seats are very comfortable. They are the optional 30-position adjustable seats.
They are very comfortable, but they are also very not comfortable if you can't figure it out.
Yeah, it has a lot of options, 30.
Yeah, I feel like if I got into an Uber, by the time I got my seat comfortable, the ride would be over, and I
True.
would have spent the whole ride uncomfortable.
But it doesn't matter because this is one that you own. So if you own the car, you get one seating position and you're good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this thing's going to show up at airports all the time.
Hopefully.
When I hopped into your seating position after you drove it, it was so uncomfortable, and it actually takes so much time. I wish there was like a reset button that was just like normal.
Oh, reset. Yeah, fair enough.
But the best part about the seats is the way they look, how it like comes out. You can see everything like molding to your body.
It's really cool. It's really impressive.
And also, massages.
Yeah.
And my favorite part about massage seats is everybody's adapted the same icon for massage seats.
Yeah, just a vibrating seat thing.
It's like a little wave over a seat. Oh, waving dots? I understand.
Perfect. And we have physical buttons over here to adjust everything, and then you also do it through the infotainment. It's very intuitive.
I wouldn't say it's very intuitive. I would say it's somewhat acceptably intuitive.
All right, then.
Mercedes-Benz is intuitive.
My biggest complaint about the non-intuitiveness is the heated steering wheel is through the infotainment.
Yeah, that's
it.
the worst.
So if there was just one physical button for it, I'd be very happy.
The worst part about the heated steering wheels not being accessible is that when you need a heated steering wheel, it's when you're in the most amount of pain.
Yes.
And you want it to just quick.
Exactly.
Like, I don't need to like learn how to use a computer while trying to access no pain mode. Replace the fake wood on the steering wheel and make that a heated steering wheel button.
Exactly.
Medium and small cup of coffee. Both fit perfectly.
Well, the lid, look at that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
the lid on the small. The lid on the small.
No, that's just enough clearance.
All right, it passes. While we're back in this area, we have wireless charging down here, which is really nice because you can hide your phone away. We also have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Thank you. Works perfectly. The infotainment just works very well.
Can't rewind satellite radios.
Partially.
Live rewinding doesn't actually count, especially when you consider that the Kia Rio almost base model did 20 rewinding satellite radio stations for the price of $16,000-ish.
Yes,
Think about that.
I know.
Think about that. How much does this cost? We'll talk about it later, but it's a lot more. Besides that, yeah, the infotainment is pretty good, well laid out, good graphic design. The lag.
So when you adjust volume with your steering wheel or with your knob over here, it takes up your entire screen, and then there's a little bit of delay and you gotta wait for it.
Yeah.
Very minor annoyance. If you guys just put it in the corner, it'd be completely fine.
Yeah, a little bar at the top that goes brah, brah.
Exactly, problem solved. But we do have physical volume and tuning knobs exactly where you'd
Yes,
expect
and
them
they're
to be.
very, very fancy.
And physical controls for your heated seats, your cooled seats, and your temperature. And we got fancy buttons for PRND.
I wouldn't call that fancy. I would call that old school.
Okay, fine, fancy old school.
Okay, whatever.
This also has a package for the rear seats, so we actually have screens in the back, And we have a console in the back, which I believe is a $0 option.
I really like the whole back seat, front seat, center console thing.
It's all impressive.
They both kind of like wrap around. It does feel like you're in a boat. Like everything looks boatish.
Yeah. Okay, back to the seats in the back.
Yes.
The screens have HDMI ports, have a bunch of casting options. There is a Lincoln Play app. It's not very good. This is my complaint. Number 1, you have to download this app, sign into the Wi-Fi, then you have to pick which monitor you want to cast to, monitor A or B. Which one do you think is A or B? It's the opposite. This is B, that's A.
Okay.
You can only cast things that you've already downloaded. If you want to play a YouTube video, no, you can't do that. But I found a workaround. You take your camera, you plug it into the HDMI port, you live record from your camera to the HDMI port on YouTube on your phone.
You're getting really worked up over this.
Yeah.
I think you found your new obsession.
Yeah,
satellite radios, rear entertainments
that don't work exactly like they should.
This is gonna get fun. Woo!
I think what finally convinced me that rear screens and entertainment systems need to work properly is when you brought it up in the 7 Series M760 Li video, and when we flew first class on the Boeing and it worked perfectly.
Yeah, we had the pods, we lied down.
I don't mean to brag, but straight up, that worked perfectly.
That was the best. Okay, so I had preloaded movies, right? I watched Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. Face Off.
I watched Fast 8. Everything was smooth and perfect.
Okay, what I liked about that plane more than I liked about the BMW 7 Series, it's not like a side trail, but like whatever.
Yeah.
So they had like, it almost looked like an old Game Boy or like a Game Boy controller thing that you pulled out, and it also controlled your screen, and it was connected with a wire, so you couldn't lose it.
If this had that,
yeah,
perfect.
Preloaded movies and stuff. You had like your map to see where the airplane was going. You had like a Google view of where you were.
I don't mean to pick on Lincoln because it's every manufacturer, but this is just the one that I'm going to start with.
Yeah. Realistically, airlines are like pretty bad at service.
Yes.
They're pretty bad at a lot of things, but that's amazing.
Yeah, only on the new planes. The
Yeah.
old ones were not very good. Our USB ports didn't even work.
The fact that airlines can lose your luggage, screw up so much all the time, but then get the infotainment, rear media right in first class.
Yeah.
It says something. It's weird. They need to overlap. They need to trade employees for a bit.
And on that tangent, I think we should switch and let you drive.
Yeah, okay, I'm ready.
Are you in your perfect position?
I am in my perfect position. It took me about 25 seconds to get there, and I already knew what position I liked in this car.
Engine start, stop. Start the car. It shakes a little bit too much. Because this thing's so big, it kind of bounces.
I didn't feel it, but if you felt it, it's probably true.
The one thing that I didn't mention earlier is that the suspension is a little bit floaty and bouncy. But it's comfortable.
That's nice.
Very boaty.
I want that.
We should get into the looks, because this thing looks stunning.
Okay, it looks very, very good. I like how big it is.
Oh yeah, it's massive.
I really like the rear taillights. I really like the taillights.
The tail light, pure LEDs, looks great, looks fancy.
What I don't like, so sometimes I'm wearing contacts and I look into my rearview mirror and I see headlights coming in and they like double layer because, I don't know, maybe my eyes are crappy.
Okay.
This looking normally looks like it's double layering and tricks my eyes.
So because you have contacts, you don't like the way it looks?
Because sometimes I have eyesight issues, I don't like these headlights.
Okay, for those without eyesight issues, I do really like it. I think they needed the double layer because the car is so big.
If they just spread them out a bit, I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a guy with trouble seeing sometimes. But it does
by
look
the
cool.
way, this is our driver right now.
I'm sure it looks really cool in pictures when my eyes don't have to focus.
Yeah, we got a massive chrome grille. It's huge.
Yeah, I actually like the chrome strip that comes across.
There's the perfect amount of chrome in this whole thing.
I like how the side steps come down all the time, always. 22-inch wheels.
I like them. I think there are better ones available from Lincoln, so just option the better ones. We mentioned this has presence on the road. People actually stare at you in this. It's kind of hard to miss, but people actually stare. It's different.
Kind of like a tank.
It is kind of like a tank.
It's like a...
It's kind of a tank. It's kind of a building. It's kind of a yacht.
Tank, boat, yacht.
Yeah.
Building yacht, boathouse. As a guy who likes putting a lot of stuff in a car, this would probably be wicked for like hauling things around. I like how the rear seats go all the way down with a button.
And back up.
And the second row will drop down, boom.
Just like that, lightning. There is a lot of leg room back there, which is surprising for an SUV this size for the third row.
I don't think it's surprising. I think it's expected that it should have that much room.
Well, we were in the Tahoe in the third row, and we were very cramped. I was very cramped.
Okay, maybe I was comfortable. Maybe that's why.
Maybe you don't notice third row comfort as much as I suffer.
when you use your 360 cameras, it doesn't take up the whole screen.
No, because there's 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. I kind of want more presentation. Sound system.
Sound system is very good. It is Revel Ultima. It's very loud.
It's very loud. This logo on the speakers is weird. It looks like a bomb.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like a bomb.
It's like I can see an R in there, but maybe a bomb. Like,
yeah.
Like this music is the bomb. I don't know what they're getting at.
You know, rappers used to rap about Lincolns. I think because of this, they might rap about Lincolns again. They rapped about navigators. Yeah.
Navigator.
I think they'll rap about navigators
Alligator.
again.
Visor slider.
This is why he reviews cars.
What, 'cause I'm not a rapper?
Yeah. Not that we know anything about trailers or towing, but this does have a heavy-duty towing package.
Yeah, it's got the trailer backup knob with some slidey thingies and a plus and a minus, so I assume this can do a lot.
Which looks exactly like it was lifted from the F-150. That's about the cheapest thing in here. We've teased you with the price. I think it's finally time to reveal it. $106,000 Canadian.
That seems like an appropriate price for something like this.
It's a lot of money, but because of the presence and the comfort, I think it's worth it if you have that kind of money.
I think I agree with that.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bells, and patreon.com/TheStraightPipes.
I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. This is a subscription break. Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe right now. Subscribe. We didn't do that.